Hey, Symposium listeners, have you ever listened to our A Song of Ice and Fire coverage and wanted to chime in live with your thoughts? Or wanted us to cover a property of your choice?
Introducing the Symposium Review Contest. The contest is open now and closes on August 31st, 2026.
Here's how you can enter. Leave us a 5-star review on any podcatcher and send us a screenshot to earn an entry. You can leave reviews on as many platforms as you want, and each screenshot counts as an entry.
If you want an extra incentive, every review you submit on or before April 30th, 2026 will be counted as 2 entries.
If you win, you get to pick one of the following 3 options.
Option 1, join us for an A Song of Ice and Fire wrap-up episode after we have read A Dance with Dragons.
Option 2, get us to watch or read or otherwise consume a piece of media to cover on the podcast.
Option 3 is the same as option 2, but you get to also be on the podcast episode with us.
We will have a minimum of 2 winners. One winner will be the person who earned the most entries, and a second winner will be chosen through random draw. If interest is high, a third winner may also be chosen.
So folks, get those reviews in on or before August 31st, 2026. We look forward to chatting with you in fall of 2026.
And now on to the episode. Welcome to A Song of Ice and Fire Symposium. My name is Nav and my pronouns are they, them.
And my name's Harmit and my pronouns are Hershey, like the chocolate.
And this is A Dance with Dragons, chapters 39 and 40, Jon and Tyrion. In these chapters,
Jon has to let go of Val and Tyrion has to hold on for dear life.
welcome to the podcast, everyone. So, Harmit, who died in these chapters?
So many fucking people.
But
Okay, so in no new deaths in Jon's chapter, I think. And then in Tyrion's chapter, like, named people, like the captain of the ship, Makaro? Is that his name?
Right.
Makoro, him?
I think.
Makoro, him. And then, like, a few of the other religious people, and then a few of the other random people on the
I think, like, 9
crew.
in total are lost to the storm or die afterwards. Yeah. Bunch of people on the boat.
Yeah. Bad, sad. I don't know. Yeah. I think that was all the deaths. Yeah.
Cool. All right. And what did you think of these chapters?
They were good. They were like a nice little easy read. I had a good-ish time. Tyrion's chapter was definitely like they were good. They were good. That was not meant to be like shady, like, oh, it was fun. No, Jon's chapter was good. I am kind of worried about him, but what's new? Tyrion's chapter was good, but I just had like, I feel like it sort of was like all over the place, not in a bad way, but just like emotionally. Like you kind of start off and you're like, oh, what's going on? And then you're kind of worried about him because he's like, who knows if these people are going to want to try and kill us or to kill her pig or whatever, right? And then the storm comes and you're like, I don't know if you're gonna make it alive out of here. And then like there's so many false moments of like the storm's over, no it's not, it's over, no it's not. And then eventually at the end it's like, okay, we made it through that, now we're just floating, oh wait, and then it's like, are we gonna die here in the middle of nowhere because we can't steer at all? And then it's like, no, we're actually gonna actively die instead of passively die. I love how that was a summary instead of what I thought. But
you'll have a real easy time in a minute from now.
But basically, it's just like you just there was no footing in these chapters, you know, like there was just so much going on and you just don't know what the conclusion was going to be, so I just kind of felt on edge, I think.
Yeah. As somebody who knew what was going on, these were kind of like like on a reread, if I weren't like doing this, I wouldn't pay as much attention to these chapters. I would mostly just like get the highlights and move on to the next ones. So
yeah, that makes sense.
But
I just was like, man, are you?
It's good to have a bit of a breather, you know? We have a lot of intense stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you've already done a bit of this, but summarize these chapters for us, okay?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, John.
Okay, he basically sends Val out to go negotiate with Tormund. They have a little heart-to-heart. Bowen Marsh and party come in and they're like, we're not happy with this. We're not happy with you sending these guys away and employing these guys instead because we're racist. And John's like, we all need to fight together. They find out that all those people with the mole girly are at the other place, and then if they all die, they're gonna come back. They're waiting for a ship. Tyrion still on the ship. He's decided to take up Penny's offer to do the fighting act thing because they're worried about their life because people are getting mad that the dwarf luck isn't working. Whatever. Then big storm. Not sure if we're gonna survive. Big storm. Over. Oh my god, we're about to get captured by people and get enslaved. In the process, so many people die. People run away.
Okay, that's time.
bad stuff going down.
Yeah, Tyrion's chapter is a bit of misery. George R. R. Martin really does write misery well. There's that one Sam chapter after the very first Sam chapter, I think. After the Fist of the First Men, the battle there. And they're just trudging through the cold woods, and it's just so horrible. And obviously, I mean, a lot of Sam's chapters in the last book as well, in Feast for Crows. Not that they were all misery, but they were going through some miserable things.
Yeah,
George R. R. Martin really write misery.
Yeah, this world and just is
Arya,
kind of a miserable
always,
place.
Arya,
literally. Yeah. Hey, I killed somebody and now I'm numb. Oh no, I thought of my mom. Gotta renumb.
I'm coming across people getting tortured every day. There's a body. Let me loot it. Just all the things.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
This is not a happy world.
John.
Yes.
We open the chapter. He is saying goodbye to Val, and it's it's not a goodbye. You're coming back, right? And she's like, I promise I will be back, whether I have Tormund or not. And they have given her a half-blind horse, which is, John's like, we couldn't do any better. And Val's like, don't you worry about it. I know this forest better than any of y'all. It holds no ghosts for me, but I mean, Val, in case you get attacked by the White Walkers, don't you want a horse that can see? Just right?
Just something to think about. Yeah.
She promises that she will return with Tormund or without him, and that she'll be back on the first day of the full moon. I don't know how moons work, but that's 2 weeks, a week and a half.
Yeah. Right. Two-ish weeks, yeah. Because cycle's 28 days, so basically exactly 2 weeks. But here's the thing, right? I'll return with Tormund or without him.
You don't think
so?
So?
That could also be, as an undead. Unfortunately, that...
I will do my best to return with Tormund, but if I'm unsuccessful, it means I've died? Is that...
Not that I'm not saying I don't think that's I don't know if that's what she's implying, but that's me thinking where I'm you can only control so much. Do you know what I mean? You're so confident. You're hey, I'm giving you my word that I'm not going to betray you. I'm going to come back whether I get Tormund or I don't, right? But the thing is, this promise might sort of be truer than exactly truer than exactly, because the thing is, if she dies, she wouldn't want this promise to be fulfilled, because that would mean she's coming back to do stuff, right? But it might the promise might be more true than she wants it to be. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I'm worried about. Yeah. But I do trust her. You know? Yeah.
John seems to as well. And his justification for letting her go is that Stannis made me promise to keep the princess close, but she's not a princess, so who cares? not who cares, but like he's
like, I didn't break my promise.
Yeah. John with his mental gymnastics in this book, honestly.
No, literally. Oh,
he should be joining Penny's troupe with the gymnastics he's
oh my god. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, he's like, man, but then he kind of admits, he's like, man, that is kind of, it's still not like full on honesty.
Knows it's he's full of shit, but also
yeah, and then he's like, yeah, I'm definitely full of shit. My dad, this would not stand in my dad's court. But then he's like, I can't care about my dad. I'm the sword that guards the, what is it? That guards the realm of the men. I was about to say the sword of the morning, and then I was like, I think that's something else.
Yeah, that's Arthur Dane's title.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and she's like, I'll tell Tormund what you've said, but I'm not sure he'll like agree to what you ask of him. And so this, if you remember, in the Melisandre chapter, Mance was like, Jon's gonna be after Tormund, thinking he's this great leader because he liked Tormund, but he doesn't realize that Tormund isn't somebody that everybody will follow.
Right.
So like Jon's pursuing his Tormund thing because he thinks Tormund's cool. But Mance had doubts about whether Tormund is as cool as Jon thinks he is in terms of like people wanting to follow him. So what do you think? Like, is he just like out in a hut by himself? Does he have followers? Is it like
right? Maybe it's like he does have followers, but he's not like the leader. Like there's like I don't think it has to be just like all of the free folk out there are, or like even like I feel like it could still be split. Like he could have a little bit of a following, but the other guy, who was the guy Mance thought it would be?
The Weeper.
Yeah, like maybe the Weeper guy has like a lot more, but maybe he's still doing stuff too. But I also could see it as maybe like he's part of the Weepers thing because they realized that they have to stick close. Because you know how before it was like all of the free folk. Sorry?
Tormund is? You just said he's part of Weeper's thing. I don't know who he is.
Yes, yeah, Tormund. Yeah. Tormund is also part of like the Weeper's operation, I guess, or like the Weeper's lead. Because you know how with Mance, I know Mance was a leader and like he had like a special ability to like unite people and like get them to actually listen, whatever. But I feel like there's still like credit to be given for like, because all of the free folk did not like each other, right? Like this is like such a diverse group of people who did not all like each other. In fact, few of them hate each other's guts, right? And like they were able to unite and realize that like it was more important for them to move as a unit and like attack the wall and do all the things. So maybe they'll still be able to do this, but still also
hangs around even if Mance is technically gone in their mind.
Exactly. But maybe this could also be not that like Mance's death destroyed them, but just all of the events since have like sort of broken the spirit so much that it really becomes like these like fragmented things, like where like there's those people gone with the mole lady, and then maybe there's some people with the Weeper and some people with Tormund and something. But yeah, like I feel like it's either something like that or it's like they're all with the Weeper sort of thing. Because I do think Mance is right, where like it's not going to be Tormund leading everybody.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so before Val finally heads out, the last thing she needs to clarify is to make sure that Jon didn't kill her boyfriend Jarl, and he's like, the wall killed him, and in his mind he thinks I might have had to, but I didn't. And she's like, okay, cool, farewell then, for now. And she says farewell, and Jon says only for a time. You will return for the boy, if for no other reason. And Val says, Craster's son, he's no kin to me. So she clearly knows about the switcheroo. And she's named this kid Monster. That's like his milk name. That's cute.
Yeah.
And she tells Jon to keep the kid away from the Red Woman. And Val thinks that Melisandre knows who he is because she sees things in her fires. Now, we were in Melisandre's head like previous to this. She did not seem to know. Like she doesn't even think about it once or anything. And she even is like, Mance will be true to us because we know he knows we have his kid and stuff like that, right? So Does she
Yeah.
know? What does Val?
I don't think that she does. I mean, I feel like there is a world where she does know, and it's like sort of the thing where she doesn't think about it, and she says that to John to kind of make him sweat and have him further like be at her mercy, because then he's like, oh my god, I fucked up. How else are we gonna get met? Like, that could be a thing, but I do think it is more likely that she doesn't know.
Yeah, and John doesn't seem to think she knows, because he's like, if she did, then she would have not let the scheme go through in the first place. So, like,
Yeah.
Val is like, she did it because it suited her. Fire is a fickle thing. No one knows which way a flame will go. Similar to how her sister had said that a sword without a hilt has no safe way to hold it. So, yeah.
And she was talking about like the magic, right? Like,
yes,
like Melisandre's magic specifically, right? Yeah. She's like, this isn't safe because, right? Okay,
exactly.
Yeah, but then John has kind of adopted the opinion that like it's better than nothing.
If she was talking about Melisandre's magic, because they were like, this was happening like right before they got attacked by Stannis.
Okay, she was just saying magic in general. Oh, okay, got it. Right, because she died by the time Melisandre's stuff happened.
They witnessed some magic, and then she was saying it. Like, I don't remember the exact details.
Yeah. Because wasn't she dead by then?
No, she was like giving birth in the middle of that battle, and she died.
Right. Okay, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So she leaves, and then it's,
wait, I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? Okay, no, it's lost. Continue.
That's all good. So, yeah, she leaves, and obviously John's people are like, people aren't gonna like this decision. They think you're a turncloak. And John's like, I know they do. And then in his head, he's like, the worst part is they're not truly wrong. And
oh my god.
But he's like, words are wind, and wind is always blowing at the wall. Come on. Once again, not giving enough credence to his PR. Like,
man, is this just like sort of the Stark curse? Like, every Stark, at least sort of in like the raised by Ned lineage. Well, I guess Rob wasn't bad at it, though. Like, Rob kind of had a grasp on, like, my people need to respect me and whatever. But he was never really doing anything that his people wouldn't like. So I guess we never got a chance to see how that would play out.
He totally went back on a promise and married Jane.
Oh, wait. LOL, yes. Yes, right. But his people didn't, like, hate him for that. It was the phrase who hated him for it. Like, it's a little bit different to have, like, my, like, distant ally, not my distant allies, but, like, my allies hate me versus, like, my people, you know? But what was I gonna say? I feel like I just need a Stark to come into power and not fall. Like, maybe if, like, Arya or Sansa or, like, somebody, because Bran's kind of out of the pic. Wait, Rickon. Oh, wait, we're literally, who's getting Rickon again?
Davos.
Yes, Davos sent by Manderly. Okay. So I just feel like if the Rickon stuff works, or if, like,
I love how you're going to the 4-year-old and, like, you were like, Arya, Sansa, but no, let me go to the baby. He will be
No. Because, hear me out. Because Rickon is the one right now actively somebody is trying to go get him. Sansa, it's the long game. Like, we have to wait for that to happen.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
You know? And then Arya, I don't even know.
I just don't know how likely, like, a 5-year-old is to understand the power of words. Just right.
That's fine. Okay, so maybe I do have to put my hopes on Sansa. Because Sansa, especially, I feel like there's hope because Jon, like, as much as I love Sansa, like, I feel like well, actually, no, this isn't even on her. Sansa wasn't really, like, trained to be a leader or whatever, right? So she didn't hear, like, all of these things, like, as intensely as Ned did. You know what I mean? Like, of course she knows about her dad's, like, honor shit and, like, I'm sure she knows, like, the man who gives the sentence swings the sword and stuff, but, like, I don't think it's, like, as, like, I feel like Jon and Robb and them, like, it really was, like, Ned's influence on how to do everything. So I feel like maybe it could be easier for Sansa, because you know how right now she's kind of being trained by Littlefinger,
Right.
so it does make sense to me that that's going to be a little bit stronger than the Ned stuff, which also gives me hope that her reign will be successful.
Well,
because
maybe it's like, you know, she has all the foundational values that she got from Ned.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
With
but
some
like
of the finesse that like Littlefinger uses to make people do his bidding.
Yeah, totally. Like, I definitely don't think she's gonna, like, become, like, an evil, annoying bastard like Littlefinger. Like, I think it will end up being, like, a good combination. But I think it's good that, like, the training to play the game is being done by Littlefinger, you know? Like, it's a good place for her to, what's the thing when they send each other to each other's places?
Ward.
And well, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's good that she's almost like Littlefinger's ward in that way, you know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Anyway, so I really need her to hurry up with this because I'm worried John's gonna get himself killed. Like,
all right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. He's walking back through the yard and he's noting that Ghost is not around because he's still out hunting because there's like not a lot of game to hunt because like the sudden increase in population in the area has like really decreased the supply of animals to hunt. So it's they're like
There's
this
like
is just one of those reminders like,
nothing.
oh, winter is coming, but also things even now are getting dire. Like,
yeah, like we got no food.
yeah, well, they have food, but like for now, yeah. Anyway, he's got a letter from Axel Florent, who styles himself the Queen's Hand.
Oh my god.
And I mean, that's cool, but I didn't know we were doing that, you know? That's a
Mm-hmm.
new thing. And Celise is apparently not pleased with her quarters at East Watch by the Sea, so she wants to move into her husband's new seat at once. And Yarwick, who's the builder in charge, is like, yeah, we're working on it. Like, we've got most of it restored and there's a roof on the kitchens, but like, there's no food or furnishings or firewood. Like, she's not going to be very comfortable there.
Yeah, he's like, it's worse than where she is right now, but if
Yeah.
she wants to come, she can. Like,
And she's not going to have like easy access to ships or anything. So,
yeah.
and it's going to take a while before it's like a proper castle. And John's like, what if you had won the giant help you? Because he literally brings a lot more manpower to this than the equivalent of like 5 other people he can do alone, probably.
Yeah.
And his full name is Wan Weg Wan Dar Wan. But Leathers calls him Wan, and that's that's what they're going with. But it's okay, this is kind of adorable. Like, we learned that he's nothing like the scary giants of old Nan's tales. He's actually a vegetarian. He's a willing worker. It's just that he doesn't speak the common tongue, so you gotta like communicate through the old tongue with him. But he could do the work of 12 men. Sorry, I was like 5. No, 12. That's pretty good. He is tireless, and his strength is prodigious.
Okay, go off, Wan.
Yeah, exactly. And what I also like is that John has been spending time talking to him, learning about his culture and
This
people
is
and
so
stuff.
cute.
Except he's like, oh, if only Sam were here, we could write this down. And I'm like, John, last time I remembered, you knew how to write. Like, I'm not saying you gotta write like the most, you know, detailed description of everything. Can you
but
take
like
some
jot
bullet
down
point
some
or
notes?
something?
Yeah. No, totally. This boy's like, if only. I'm like, you're telling me no other, like, at least, okay, all of these highborn men that you're like, not the highborn men, but like, you're dispatching all these people who are good, whatever, to other things, but like, I'm sure 1 or 2 of them can write. And here's the thing, you're already giving them tasks they're not happy with anyway. So it's not like this is a stretch. If you... Right? Like, if they're like, you're not letting us fight, they already hate where you're sending them.
I think we've made this like argument before. Like, he was like, oh, Sam's leaving, who's gonna like rewrite all the books we have, because they're like literally crumbling to bits. And I was like, anybody
literally
who can write,
anybody
this is
who can
what
write
they should be doing. Nothing else is more important.
No, totally. Like, you're telling me Alistair Thorne can't write? Get that bitch a pen and keep your enemies close.
Now.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, just, oh my god, yeah, and he mentions, like, we still don't know where those 6 men are, so that's kind of scary.
Yep. Yeah, but it is nice that he is, at least hanging out with 1-1 and
this is kind of what we talked about, like, last time, too, where it's, like, he's making a really bad PR campaign with, like, the people who actually have sway. Like, Bowen could totally try and start a thing against him, right? Like, like, in, like, the people that he comes in here with, like, the Septon and Othel and Yarwick, I guess. We've never called him Othel before. But, like, he's doing a good job with, like, the people who have no power over anyone's influence.
And, like, we're like, this is a great thing, but all the, you know, Bowen Marshes of the world are probably looking at it going, he's now colluding
fraternizing with them. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's bad. And even, like, because I think last time the thing that made me say that was, like, he was, like, hanging with the people who just taken their vows, and then also when he's hanging with, like, the people fighting in the yard. But yeah, he's not really. Yeah, it's kind of bad. I'm genuinely worried that they're gonna, like, kill him.
Kill the giant?
No, kill Jon.
Oh, like, all the people who are not getting his PR campaign?
Yes, like,
thereof.
Yeah, like, I'm genuinely worried about this boy's life.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that would be a very harsh step to take.
But, like, I feel like it could totally come to that. How would they
justify it then to the rest of everybody?
Not right now, but I feel like if, like, oh my god, what's her name?
Val.
What's the girl? Thank you. Val, thank you. If, like, Val never comes back, like, I feel like if enough of these things don't work, it's an easy pounce of, like, he sent that person on purpose. He's even going against Stannis. He's like, do you know what I mean? Like, if Stannis finds out that he sent Mance's kid away, and then everybody sees him fraternizing with the enemy, quote unquote, like, I just feel like it's like, I feel like every Jon chapter, we add more things to the argument pile that they can use.
And then there's gonna be a straw that's gonna break
some
camel's back, you know?
Yeah, or, like, something that's gonna be just damning enough. Yeah. Or, like, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, Jon's hoping that 1-1 will help, you know, treat with any giants that Tormund might have with him, so that's cool too. A cool but also concerning thing is that the giant is strong enough that he can rip a man apart with his bare hands.
Yeah.
Which, like, if he's fighting on your side, that's great. But if you're facing off against him, and he can, like, he has the strength of 12 people, so, like, you know.
Yeah, you're sort of screwed.
Exactly. Okay, so they're talking about this. All these people come in. They're like, you suck. You do all the wrong things. And now you're replacing Iron Emmett with Leathers, which, once again, I'm like, yay, Leathers. But of course, they're like, boo, Leathers. Because he is a free folk turned Night's Watch person. And Jon's like, yeah, okay, he's not perfect. He's not super patient. And some of the kids are scared of him, but they need to be scared because they're going to be fighting scary things real soon. And and also, he can teach them more than just swordcraft. They can learn a few words of the old tongue and something of the ways of the free folk, which, of course, like,
they're like, well, that's the reason we don't want him.
Exactly. And at this, the Raven. Okay, now, remember, we know a lot about ravens, so we got to be paying attention to what these ravens be saying. The Raven says, free, corn, king. Thoughts?
I have no idea what that means. Free, corn, king. I don't know.
Okay, well, that's okay. You don't have, like, no, I don't know if anybody knows, but, like, do they keep it, like, I don't know. You got to keep, like, at the back of your notebook, like, a list of things you need to come back to.
Right. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't know. Like, free corn king. I don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know.
Let's move on. So they're like, people don't trust you. And John in his head is like, who are these people I may have asked? But I don't want to ride down that road. So he just says, I'm sorry to hear that. Instead of like actually being like, oh, who is it that like let's address your concerns like in a real way. But I also kind of get that he's done this so often that he's just tired now of explaining his decisions because they don't get it anyway.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't doing a great job of explaining his decisions, but also he's kind of even stopped doing that. Like he's kind of stopped all explaining. He's like, dude, that's so sad.
It's hard because it's like he's not necessarily doing everything perfect, but also like he's not wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like there's certain things where it just is like,
he is objectively right. He's just not communicating the
but that's what I mean. Like he's not necessarily going about things the right way, right? Because even though he's doing what is right for the wall and for protection and all the things that we need to do, like for physical survival, like I still think having the people on your side is still a thing that he's doing wrong, you know? But also
Wait,
it's
not
like
having the people on his side, you mean?
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, misspoke. But yeah, having people on your side is wrong,
on
John.
Side and why is that wrong?
You were like, I don't know of a person on his side.
Yeah. Who dat? You got rid of all.
Melisandre. Which, not even.
Yeah.
What was I saying? But
people
hold on.
His side.
Oh, yeah. So obviously, that's bad. But I can't even like. It's like this like blurry space where it's like, hey, obviously he needs to have a stronger PR campaign, but sometimes if the like, for example, with the decision to install like leathers and to install this guy satin, if people are just gonna hate because they're like racist, John can't really do anything about that. You know what I mean? Like, he can't PR his way out of that. Like, I feel like for these decisions specifically, he is explaining exactly why he's doing it and how it's gonna work.
Fair enough.
And you know what I mean? And they're just kind of not really, like, they're just kind of like, yeah, but we don't like that. You know?
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely, like, with the decision to, like, not close the gates, like Bowen Marsh wanted him, like, not to, like, blockade them. That is, like, okay, yeah, you only listened to him as you were rushing out, and then you shut him down. Like, there's certain things where it's like he could do a better job of at least pretending to listen to his like counselors.
I don't
but
know if
like,
that'll
there's
be any better.
Yeah, but sorry.
I don't know if that'll be any better than what he's doing now. Like pretending to listen.
I guess not pretending, but like at least like making it seem like you're giving like actually
give a shit about what they think.
Like, I think like rather than hearing their thoughts as an afterthought when you've already made the decision, like if you because you know how a few times ago, I don't know, I lose track of time with these John chapters, you were like, well, he should bring Bowen Marsh in and be like, Bowen Marsh, this is what I'm thinking of doing. Thoughts, opinions, like that sort of thing. Like, he could totally do that for some of those decisions, but I think some of them there's going to be pushback regardless because John has kind of gone through this transformation that other people at the Night's Watch haven't. Like, the way that he thinks about everybody involved is just fundamentally different. You know?
Yeah.
So it's hard. Basically, it's like there's moments where I'm like, hey, John, this is your fault. There's moments where I'm like, this is this other people's fault. But most of the time I'm just like, I see the train coming and I don't have a lever. This is not the trolley problem. Like, I don't have a lever and I just see it, you know?
Going right for everybody. Everybody's gonna be dead. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, yes, the other decision he's made is that since Ed Dolores Ed is also going to be second in charge somewhere. That his new squire is going to be Satin, who used to be a sex worker in Old Town. So obviously they're totally against that. But he's like, no, he's quick to learn. He's clever. He gets along with people. He can read and write. Like, he's got a lot of the qualities. And they're like, but your squire is supposed to be somebody that you're grooming for command. Who's going to follow him to command? And John's like, fuck off, all of you. Did you know? So this is I don't think we knew this either, but
I don't
apparently
think so.
Mormont left a few cautionary notes about certain of the men for his successor.
Oh my god!
There's a cook at the Shadow Tower who was fond of raping septas. There's a guy at Eastwatch who set his dad's house afire and barred the door and burned his entire family to death. Just like, so there's some messed up people. And Mormont felt it was important to like leave cautionary notes about them. And you're okay with them, but you're not okay with Satin, which completely agree.
Go off, John. Like literally go off. And it just like, this was so, I was so angry because I was like, literally the thing, because you know how the Night's Watch is like super important, but like the people down south, which is where like the king is, they don't really see that until like the dead of winter. You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna give a shit until it actually starts affecting them, right? Like this whole time they've been like, we don't need to send you people. Sure, take people from the prisons, take people whatever, right? So the only people they're able to recruit are people that nobody else wants, right? And a lot of them end up being like criminals and whatever. But like that is literally like, how are you, like, John's so right, because it's like, even if we didn't know about these specific examples, like, we know that everybody who comes to the wall is not, like, perfectly trained fighters from highborn houses.
Tell
like,
me that.
Yeah, exactly.
and
like, all
like,
of you.
I bet there's probably, we have been told that, and I just don't remember, but, you know, you could probably throw it in the faces of a few of them.
Exactly. Like, you all are shady. That's why you ended up here. But, like, you have to kind of use that as your superpower. Not that I'm saying that, like, we need to treat rapists with, like, the same respect as everybody else. But I'm just saying, like, you've literally been here for years. Is this not what you've come to expect? Like, this is the only reason you're mad about this now is because it's free folk. You know what I mean? Like, you're not like, oh, I'm shocked that we're letting these people who did these things be here. It's like, no, that's not what you're mad about, because you knew that was happening anyway. You had to turn a blind eye to work here, because you had to be like, regardless of what all of these brothers, what their past is, like, we have to accept each other and work together because what we're doing is way too important, and this is the only place for us.
They're like, rapists are fine as long as they're not sex workers. Like, they they draw just some really weird ass lines.
This was so annoying, and I was like, this was, I think, the one time where John has been like really dismissive of them and like yelled at them to leave, and I was like, I don't even think there was a better response. Like, I feel like other times where he did this, I was like, John, maybe we be a little bit diplomatic, you know? But with this one, I was like, yeah, you can't explain this to somebody.
What's a better response? Us a better response. Corn, kill these motherfuckers. Okay, wait. That included some embellishments, but the kill part was there. I promise. Corn.
Yes. Yes. Oh my god.
Yeah. Okay, and then they get to the topic of the dead bodies he's got in the cellar, and they're like, why are you wasting guards on that? And he's like, well, I hope they'll rise, and then we can study them and learn more about our enemies.
This was creepy. I get it, but it was creepy. I was scared.
What? Okay. Do you agree with this decision, or?
Maybe. I'm a little scared of it, though. I just, like... it makes sense. It's smart. Like, as a science scholar, I get it, you know, like, scientific method. But this shit is scary. Like, I just don't know. Like, in theory, I agree with it, I think. But in practice, I'm just like, this could go so wrong so quickly.
Yeah.
And I feel like just having two people there, like, I don't know. I just feel like he's being too nonchalant about this. That's my only concern.
All right. But his reasoning is sound, and he's like, if only Sam or Maester Aemon were here, they would understand why I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But he's got his little experiment going. And, okay. And then they get to talk about Val and Tormund and the offer he's made, which is we'll give you food and shelter and peace as long as you join us to fight our common enemy and help us hold the wall. And obviously Bowen Marsh is like, we don't have any food for anybody. To which Jon does not have a good answer, but that that is still the broken record of Bowen Marsh.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're like, oh, they deserve to die. They're savages, blah, blah, blah. And Jon's like, no, they are people. Winter is coming. And when it comes, all the living need to stand together against the dead.
Yep.
And then he tells them about how they've been questioning the wildlings that came back with them from the Grove. And they learned that Mother Mole is like she had a vision of ships carrying free folk to safety across the narrow sea. And so a bunch of people are following her to Hardhome because they think that they'll get ships for passage there. And we learn a little bit more about this place. So it was like, back in the day, it was almost a like town beyond the wall. But before it could really become one, there was some kind of disaster and everybody was killed. Yeah, there's like multiple versions of the tales. Their homes and halls consumed in a conflagration that burned so hot that watchers on the wall far to the south had thought the sun was rising in the north. Kind of like what Tyrion thought with Valyria, remember?
Yeah.
And afterwards, ashes rained down on the haunted forest and shivering sea, alike for almost half a year. Traders reported finding only nightmarish devastation where Hardhome had stood, a landscape of charred trees and burned bones, waters choked with sullen corpses, blood-chilling shrieks, echoing from the cave mouths that pocketed the great cliff that loomed above the settlement. And that was 6 centuries ago. And still, to this day, it's shunned. And rangers claim that it's overgrown ruins haunted by ghouls and demons and burning ghosts with an unhealthy taste for blood. Ooh,
that's
spooky.
terrifying. Literally, what the hell happened?
Yeah.
Like,
apparently
that's so scary.
Fire and disaster.
But, like, what? Dragons?
Well,
like,
let me tell you a theory. This is one of my favorite theories. But I don't know if I 100% buy it, but I love this theory.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's like a theory to a theory, okay? It's like a...
Okay.
So, remember Valyria? That also had like a big doom. Everything burned down. And did we talk about how that it was theorized that one of the faceless men brought about the doom of Valyria somehow?
Right, because it was...
first he killed the men, the enslaved people, and then he was like, the masters will get their turn too. Yes, yeah. Which... whatever, but like, remember that theory? So the theory is that guy, or like the group of guys, or like whoever like was behind the doom of Valyria, did a practice run at Hardhome.
Oh my god!
Like testing atomic bombs or shit. Like,
yeah, that's terrifying.
And like, there's some similarities. There's like, the fire was so hot, like it looked like the sun was rising from this direction, and we saw like literally Tyrion being like passing by Valyria and being like, since when has this sun changed directions? Yeah. Now, slight differences, like Hardhome doesn't seem to have like that extreme lingering effects, but maybe it's like the magic in Valyria was different. They just did like a tiny, like a little prototype test, not like a full on like equal scale test. I don't know,
right?
But I do like the theory.
Yeah, that is so intriguing.
You gotta be fucking with the free folks only town settlement, like.
Yeah,
if that is the case. But it could also just be like it's like an evil place. I don't know.
Yeah, or like some sort of because like there's so many natural ways for devastation too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but that is that's cool, but like scary.
Yeah. So John is like, Cotter Pike's galleys sail past Hardhome from time to time, and he tells me there's no shelter there but caves. The Screaming Caves, they call them.
Oh my god.
And if they aren't saved, all these people will die there because there's no food, no nothing anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or, well, there is food, but like it's still, there's not a lot. Like,
yeah.
And then they're like, oh, good, they'll be dead. Thousands of our enemies. Good for us. Like, yay for us. And John has to be like, are you all so fucking thick that you don't understand that if they die, they will rise and be part of the whites that are coming for us, and then we have to fight them all.
It's literally like, thousands added to the army. Like, where is your brain?
Like, they could be fighting for us, but instead, we're gonna let them just,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It gets over. I was with John. Like, get out of my face. And they and that's the end of the chapter. Okay, predictions. Val, do you think she's going to be successful in recruiting Tormund, and how's that going to go?
Yes, she's going to girl boss, but it'll be like Tormund's only got like 50, 100 people. Like, that was not the big group that we wanted. And then maybe like something happens to Val on the way, so then they make it back, but Val doesn't, and then Stannis is mad at Jon.
What happens with the whites that John's, I was going to say cooking, but not exactly, you know, like the experimental ones. Yeah. No, that scares me. I feel like that's going to go, I feel like that'll be one of the things that is sort of like badly.
Yeah, is sort of the nail in John's coffin, because it'll go badly. Like maybe those 2 people will die and people will be like, first you send those 9 people out to be killed. 6 of them aren't even back. Like, you're slowly trying to ruin us. You're being manipulated. Like, I just feel like it's a snowball, you know? I feel like that's gonna go wrong. And like, but I think it'll also
snow to make that ball. And it's Jon Snow, so it's a ball of Jon Snow. Okay, I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's a snow. No, that was cute. No, that was cute. It's a snowball of Jon Snow. But the other thing is it's rolled from the wall, so it also has a long way to roll. Okay, I'm done. Okay, what was I saying?
I have no idea. It's gonna go
Hold on.
wrong.
It was. Oh, yes. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, pause. It is gonna go wrong, and that will be bad for Jon, but also Jon will have sort of been right to do it, as it'll reveal something else that'll be good. Like, do you know what I mean? We'll find out, like...
More lore.
Yeah, so it'll be, like, lore providing, but it'll also be bad because at the expense of people, you know? So it'll kind of be like a win-loss, sort of ambiguous, like, Jon did the right thing, but it did get out of hand, you know? Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Hardhome, will those people be rescued?
Maybe, but I'm also thinking, I'm like, hey, so this is just some lady with a vision, but like, I guess she does magic and stuff too. Like, I don't know. I guess we just don't really know anything about this, right? But
no, we don't.
But I'm also thinking, like, hey, so this lady saw this vision. We haven't heard about this vision anywhere else. Nobody else has been like, there's gonna be ships coming to get thousands of people. Do you know what I mean? Like, Melisandre hasn't been like, this is what I saw happening. Not that Melisandre
is like behind the times. Maybe she's catching up.
Yeah, maybe. Like, not that she's the only authority. I'm just kind of thinking, like, oh, this is our first time hearing of this, like, pretty big thing, if it were to happen, you know? But then I'm thinking, like, you know those ships that, like, just left, like, we heard from Lys that they just left, like, Volantis and whatever. So, like, maybe those people are gonna come to the wall. Maybe they aren't
like
going...
the Golden Company?
Yeah, maybe they aren't going to... Where were they going to go?
Her vision is that the narrow sea...
they're going to come get them.
Across to the narrow sea. So those ships are coming, like, this way. The vision is giving passage from Westeros to narrow sea, you know?
Could they come and then get them and then take them away?
Yeah, because they got all that time and no conquering to do. Like...
No, but maybe it's like... we got to get more people. We got to get an army. Like, maybe this is... or maybe this is, like, an eventual vision. Like, maybe... oh, my God. This is... okay, crackpot theory incoming. Okay? Maybe this is, like, an eventual thing instead of a right now thing. Wait, but then they're going to die. Hold on. Because maybe it's like a, like... because you know how I said Dany is going to end up at the wall? So I'm thinking about how to make that happen. But if she's carrying them away... but maybe it's like she needs people, so then she comes and gets them, and then she goes through Dorne.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just...
Marine.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, like... this just... I don't know.
So you think it's unlikely that they will be rescued? Is that the conclusion with all that?
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Because it just feels like it's out of nowhere. And it's like very random. But then also like, why would this lady draw them out like this for, like, she's gonna die too, you know? It's not like it's good for anybody for them to all go in there and die. So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of worried about that. Adding to the dead army.
All right. Cool. All right. Tyrion. So we catch up with Tyrion and Penny capering for the amusement of some restless rum-soaked sailors in hopes of sweetening their mood. Sorry, I just really like that sentence, so I needed to read it. They are doing their, like, jousting show. He's riding the pig, she's riding the dog. And I think we get the dog's name finally, which is Crunch. I don't know. I remembered that the pig was called, like, Pretty Pig, but I didn't remember what the dog was called. And Crunch is just such a, like they name the pig Bacon after they're like, we're gonna eat that pig. But Crunch is already kind of like a we're about to eat this dog name. It's, like, weird.
Right. Totally. Yeah, but okay, before they really get into it, Tyrion has a moment where he's like, wait, this is kind of fun. I kind of feel like I'm Jaime about to ride off into battle, but then he instantly is like, yeah, never mind.
If he weren't so in his head about, like, this is shameful, my dad would hate it.
He would be having fun.
Exactly.
Because he's already kind of having fun.
Yeah,
you know?
He used to have fun with the tumbling and stuff as a kid.
Yes. So. Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. They're doing this because the ship has not moved for 12 days because, like, they haven't had any winds. So they've had to... the only progress they've made is by, like, towing the huge ship with, like, tiny little boats, which is just...
that's such... there's no way that works. And it hasn't been. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And... you know, they're like, the dwarf's not so lucky, and then Penny... because they were already, like, having a woman aboard is unlucky, which I'm like, how, like, okay, I know, like, seafaring people have a lot of superstitions, like, this is true of any culture, I think, because it's such a dangerous, activity thing, that you, like, I mean, we as human beings have a tendency to, like, come up with things that we think will keep us safe, you know? So one of their things is, like, woman on board is bad luck, but there's gotta be, like, a billion women on a billion boats. Like, how does anything work?
Yeah.
Like, women go on boats. This is just... anyway. But they think... so, you know, they didn't like her before. They like her even less. And also, given that... their food is running out, her pig and dog are also they're looking at them as meals. And Tyrion's like, it was only funny when I called the pig Bacon, it's not funny anymore. So he's the one who started it, but, like, it's gotten out of hand. And Penny like finally convinced him, and she was like, we have to make them laugh. It'll help them forget all the misery, and they'll like us and be happy. And finally, somehow, some way, somewhere, he had consented. No, it literally, well, I don't think it says somewhere. It says somehow, some way he had consented.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. I thought you were making that up. I'm like, that's funny.
No, I'm not that funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so they do their little thing. Tyrion, like, the whole setup is that Tyrion's gonna fall, and he like has to fall properly, you know, so that he doesn't hurt himself, and he does like a tumble and all of that. And Jorah helps him up, and he's like, honestly, you weren't that bad. I've seen worse jousters. And Tyrion's like, are you praising me? Which way has the sun risen today?
Oh my god. LOL.
And they're just talking about how like miserable it is on the boat, and how they should have like been on a galley so that they could row their way somewhere instead of being stuck in the middle of nowhere. And they're just all eager to get to Daenerys, and and Tyrion's like, oh, I wonder what she's gonna think about you, Mormont. I know you think that bringing me to her is gonna absolve you of all your sins, but what if she forgives me and beheads you? What about it? And obviously Mormont is having doubts about it too. And Tyrion, you know, just flapping his mouth about. Jorah gets mad. He punches Tyrion in the face to a point where he breaks one of Tyrion's teeth, which...
Man, Tyrion is like the most injured person alive in the Song of Ice and Fire universe. It's like gotta be. Or at least with like the highest number of injuries. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like every single day, new broken tooth, new scar opening up, new little, like, and even in this chapter, man, he gets like 5 new injuries.
Yeah, he is a collector of injuries, certainly. I don't know if he's collecting them the most, but he is a collector of injuries.
Yeah.
There's like we've covered, like Jaime lost his hand. Brienne literally had her like whole neck bitten off. Remember, like at the end of the last book.
Yeah.
So like there have been a lot of gruesome injuries. So I don't know if we can really.
No, but like number, in terms of number, nobody is getting the numbers that Tyrion is.
Okay, so. Yeah, Tyrion has figured out that Jorah isn't like out on Daenerys' business because he's not acting like it. Like, it's obvious that she exiled him. And he's like, oh, why would she do that? Oh, right, because you were spying on her. And so obviously that does not go well. And Tyrion gets hurt. Jorah's like, don't come back. Like, this is my room now. You're not welcome here anymore. And
oh my god.
So Tyrion's like over in the dining place, wherever, in the galley, nursing his wounds when Penny comes up, and it's like, what did you do? You can't talk that way to a big person. They can hurt you. Aww. Didn't your dad teach you anything? And he's like, my dad called them small folk, which is
which is so funny. Yeah, really, the difference in their experience is so, yeah.
Anyway, they are going back and forth a little, just like, why did Jorah hit you? Oh, he hit me for love. Love is the worst thing. Don't ever love Penny. All those things, right?
Yeah.
And then comes the storm. So Tyrion had been like thinking that not Makoro, what is Bonero's prophecy, that the ship wouldn't reach its destination was going to be that, like, they would decide to change the destination willingly instead of being forced to, like, crash on the onto Marine or something. But that's not what happening. Makora's like, nope, this is exactly what he saw. Like, Makora seems very much, like, informed and totally cool with it.
Yeah, he's just at ease with being about to die in, like, such a vicious way.
It's super interesting knowing that he knows that or, like, has an inclination that he's about to be blown off the ship to his death soon, so.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
I gotta play my part in this prophecy. We can't.
Yeah, literally. Let me come preaching on this ship where we're all gonna die. And I don't even know. Like, if all the people who you're preaching to maybe they saw that, like, oh, not everybody dies, so maybe the survivors can keep the word going. Like, you know what I mean? Like if your job was to come here and preach and pray and all the things, like, and all the people die, then, like, what was the point? But I guess if not everybody dies, then they can still, it's so weird. And then also with, like, the lady putting them on this ship.
Like, you know, I'll blow off the ship, but the Lord of Light will carry me on the fiery waves to safety.
Yeah. what is it? Was it like he was like, a lot of people are gonna die, but it ain't gonna be me? Like, what was kind of, or like, even because the lady who sent them was like, give Dani my regards. Tell her, like, us enslaved people are waiting for her. But it's like, how's he gonna tell her if he dies or gets taken along the way? Like, what exactly was the prophecy and the thought, you know?
That's the thing about prophecy. They're no good because you can't do anything with them until they come to pass. And I think Tyrion says something like that later too.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, he and Petty huddle down in her cabin to pass the storm. And the pig's shitting everywhere. The dog's freaking out. Like, it's a real mess. And he's like, let's play a game. Let's play Come Into My Castle. And that's when he realizes that's actually it's like a classist game to play, because it's a game for highborn children. One meant to teach them courtesy, heraldry, and a thing or two about their Lord Father's friends and foes. So obviously she's not, like, gonna know it.
Yeah.
So she's like, I don't know what to do. And then she kisses him. She's like, I know a game. She kisses him. And he very gallantly puts up with it.
It's like he still feels guilty.
Because it's going to be very, like, I don't want to break her heart, but also I don't want to, like, actually be kissing her. So I'm just going to, like, stand super, super still until she's done.
Which is, like, such a weird, like, what is this, like, weird guilt / we're gonna die / like, I don't even know. This was weird. I know I shipped them, but not like this.
Yeah. Well,
not like this.
It seems like neither of them are really into it. Like, he thinks we're not inside her head, so we don't actually know what she's thinking. But he thinks that she doesn't want him either. Yeah, because he's like, I don't see even a little bit of lust in her eyes, which I'm like, I guess you could see it, but also, how accurate is your eyesight in this?
Especially your current little, like, heartbroken, hey, Penny, don't ever love anybody state. Like, you think that even if you could see love in her eyes, you would be able to identify it in your current state. I don't,
like, trust him to speak for her necessarily, but it does seem like neither of us really wants it. She's just like, you know, the world is ending. We may as, like, I want to have kissed somebody before I die.
Yeah.
Which is like, I get, it's like a trope, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe that, Anyway, sorry, we've been talking a lot about tropes. I'm not going to get down to...
Maybe that's a trope that you like in fantasy, but not in real life? Is that what you were going to say?
But then I was, like, going to go down the do I even like it in fantasy? I guess I just tolerate it and I'm okay with it.
Right, yeah.
So he has to let her down kindly. So what he says is, I'm sorry we can't do this because I'm married. Remember Sansa? And he's like, you know, I don't know if we're gonna ever meet together, but until I know, I must be true to her.
Which is so funny because, sir, do you remember why you ended up on this ship? Because you were going to a brothel. Like,
yeah, no, obviously it's not true.
No, I know, but it's funny, like, to be like this, Tyrion's making this excuse, you know?
But also, I did think it was kind of sweet that he's like letting her down easy. Like, instead of just being like, we're not going to be together just because we're dwarfs, or like all the other like reasonings that he's been, like, you know, like I've got like self-love, like what would be like, instead of internalized misogyny, it's like internalized oppression. I don't know, like internalized discrimination against people like himself, like
internal. There is a word for that, right? Like
I don't know, but I think people get what we mean. Okay, so she's like, I get it, totally cool. And Tyrion's like, she's actually really perfect for me. One's still young enough to believe my blatant lies.
Oh my god.
Oh, Tyrion. Okay. So, they survive the storm, and they learn later. Oh, at one point he goes up above board. Sorry. My shipping terminology, like ship terminology, is just horrible.
Hey, it's okay.
He goes up above board, and it's like, it's calm, but they're literally in the eye of the storm. Like they're just about to like get wrecked again.
Yeah.
But I think this is after that, right? This is like when it's actually the storm is over. They go up and they learn that a mate and 2 sailors were swept overboard. The cook was blinded with a kettle of hot grease.
No, thank you. No,
the captain was thrown from the stern castle and broke both his legs. Okay, I think this is the part where they go up for a bit.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Oh, this is a cool description. The cog was drifting on a sea of dragon glass beneath a bowl of stars, but all around the storm raged on. East, west, north, south, everywhere he looked. I like the, you know, sea of dragon glass beneath a bowl of stars imagery.
That was cool. Yeah, totally.
Okay, so this is just the injuries like at the halfway through the game, like
oh my god,
halfway point of the storm. And
this is what I'm saying. It was like you think it's maybe over, and then he's like, "Nope, I feel it, about to start again."
Yeah, there's like sailors trying to like deal with the sail, but eventually it just flies off, and the mast breaks, and there's like a sudden gust of wind, and he has not even like gust seems like too mild a word for what it is. Yeah. But he's about to be like blown overboard, but he just manages to hang on. Yeah. And he gets a bunch of splinters. Oh, that like he just sorry. I like I know like that's bad. Mild compared to like, you know, all the other things we've been hearing, but the air was full of shards and splinters. One missed his eye by half an inch. A second found his neck. A third went through his calf, boots and breeches and all. Like,
like that's so.
He's getting impaled by pieces of wood. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
finally,
it's bad. It's so bad.
The storm abates for real this time.
Okay, but also, as this is happening, right? Like when Tyrion goes above and like just before everything goes like super haywire. So Makoro says something like a prayer or like something.
Oh yeah, he's like up at the front of the ship. Just like with his arms out. I'm the king of the world. No, but like praying to R'hllor. Like yeah, I forget what it says exactly. But
yeah, like first he was just like he had his staff raised and he was just praying, and then after he like screams something and like flames come out of his like staff thingy.
Yeah.
But I'm like, was that also a prayer? Or was he like, save me, God, or like, you can take me now? Like, I'm just like, what were you doing? Go hide below. Like, maybe what are you doing?
A spell. Who knows? Maybe he built himself a little fireboat in the middle, and then he jumped onto that, and that's what happened. Like,
maybe he's not actually dead. Who knows? I just was like, dude, go under.
Yeah, no, he does not seem interested. But we find out, got blown overboard. So either he is dead or hanging on because of his gods, like plans. I don't know. Like, I don't know how he would survive this, but it seems wild. And so when finally the storm abates, their boat is like barely afloat.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just broken everywhere. Like, bunch of people have died, and it's just a mess. And they're trying to like do things like the captain dies, the ship dies, like people continue to die from their injuries from this. And then they get some boats to tow them towards the nearest land.
Mm-hmm.
One of the boats sinks, and then the other boat just like cuts the line and rows themselves because they're towing a whole boat.
Evil.
But also, it was a boat full of enslaved workers, so I don't blame them for ditching this whole thing, you know?
Yeah. But also, like...
Yeah, but it's, like, even with 2 boats, they weren't getting towed anywhere. What's one boat gonna tow? Like...
Yeah, I guess.
Utilitarian. We ain't gonna be able to save them, so may as well save ourselves.
Yeah, I guess.
And so then they just drift for 19 days as their supplies dwindle and their ship gets even worse and worse conditioned. In worse and worse condition. And things are looking real grim until... And Penny's like, maybe we can joust for them to cheer them up, but that's not a good idea. Especially if they see the pig again, they're gonna be like, oh, why isn't that our next meal?
Yep.
So they're talking about this when they hear like a bunch of movement up on deck, or they feel the deck moving, and they go on up. And there's a lot of commotion. And there's a boat that they see. They see a sail of a boat coming by. And Tyrion, like, asks Jorah, like, hey, can you read the name on that boat? And Jorah's like, I don't need to read her name. We're downwind. I can smell her. That's a slaver. Da-da-da.
Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this.
That was such a weird moment to insert that reference, but okay. Yes.
No, it wasn't. It was the perfect moment. Tyrion's about to...
like that. That's just like I feel like that's like a 4-year-old reference is all. Like, I haven't heard that in so long.
That stays in my head rent-free, I think.
All right. So, what do you think is going to happen here?
This is so creepy. Okay, wait. Before I predict, I do just want to say, he like wakes up. And it's like, the deck was moving under him, and for half a heartbeat, he was so confused, he thought he was back on the Shy Maid. A whiff of pig shit brought him back to his senses.
Yeah,
the sorrows
like
were behind him.
The good old days.
Half a world away, and the joys of that time as well. I'm like, man, yeah, can we just back it up a couple chapters? And because you know how, like, when he first got over to Illyrio, and he was trying to drink himself to death, and that was kind of the purpose, and then he would like keep engaging in like very dangerous behaviors, like even after like he got on the ship and Griff was like, don't mess with me or else you are like the lowest person on the ship, we do not give a damn about you, don't mess with me. And then he would continue to mess with, and like he was just sort of putting himself in danger and whatever, and then he kept doing all these things, and now that's kind of come to bite him in the ass. Because they could have just gone about the actual adventure they were there to do. Instead, he was like, let me go to the brothel, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, doing all of these dangerous things has finally sort of caught up with him. And it's really sad. And I hate it. Yeah, so I'm worried. But here's my thing, right?
Who's to know, though, if Griff and his people are having any better of a time at sea, though?
That's true. That's also true. Yeah, but still, all right. He would have been with his homies. Wouldn't have been with people trying to, Okay, but, what was I gonna say? Here are my thoughts, though, because the lady was like, give Danny my regards, whatever, right? And the ship is called the Stinky... What was it?
Stinky Stewart is what they name it, but I don't know. It's like
right.
Salasori Koran or something like that.
Yes, right. And then we were like, oh, perfumed seneschal.
I was like, perfumed seneschal.
Oh my god. Okay, does it matter? Literally, does it matter? Okay, so
terrifying.
yes, you are. Okay, so the perfumed seneschal, and the lady
so
was
accusingly, yes, you are.
Hey, it was accusatory.
I'm clarifying. Okay, I plead guilty to that accusation. Thank you.
Okay. The lady was like, "Oh, give Danny my regards," and they are on the perfume seneschal, and what else? There were a couple other things, but basically, I feel like, oh, and like Makoro and all of them being like, "Yeah, this is fine. This mission is fine." So I feel like it's like some of them have got to make it to Danny, right? We just got to figure out how, and maybe it's like they become slaves and make it to Danny, which is not necessarily the best way to get there. But maybe it's like, maybe it's who were the people, was it? Oh, Quentin was the one who's fighting on the other side now, right? And that's how he gets to Danny?
Right, but the last we heard from Quentin was that him and his friends were gonna betray the other side on the other side's orders to go join Danny.
Right, yes, okay. I'm thinking maybe
we also heard, I think, from Dario that he picked up those guys. So
Dario. Oh yes, yes, we did hear that. It's hard because I'm also like, I don't want them to, have to do that. But it feels like that's kind of what's gonna happen. Like
what?
Jorah.
What is that?
Okay, Jorah and Tyrion and Penny. I feel like these people are gonna enslave them or kill them, and I don't really see either one as good. But then it's like, what sort of ship is this? Where was the ship headed?
I mean, a slaving ship heading to Slaver's Bay is not out of the question.
Yeah, but like, are they just like bringing in new slaves, or is it like they could be part of the war? Like, I'm just thinking, is there a way to get to Danny here? Because I'm like, how do they get out of this? Escape would be like so hard. I don't even know how they could do that. So I'm like, maybe this is like they're sent into battle or like something. But also like with like Tyrion and Penny specifically though, I'm like, is it the same thing? Like, would they enslave them or would they do something like, are they going to be like, they probably wouldn't send them into the field, right? Like, they'd be used for, like, entertainment and stuff or something. Like, what would they... Like, I don't know. So, I don't know. I am worried about them, but I also think they might still make it to Danny.
Okay. Well, there's hope at the end of this gloomy tunnel, I guess.
Yeah, it is pretty worrisome. Pretty worry, though. Pretty worrisome, though.
The pig's name is changed from Pretty Pig to Pretty Worry Pig.
Oh my god, for real. Oh, yeah. I do feel like her animals are gonna be killed, though.
No.
Which would be really sad. So.
Honestly, like, Jorah can die. Who cares? Don't kill Pretty Pig.
Oh my god, real. Don't kill Pretty.
All right. Okay. So, in the short-term enslavement and the long-term Daenerys, that's
that's sort of their fate. Yes.
Okay. Cool. Lovely. Yeah. What about the whole, like, is this the perfume seneschal that Daenerys should be aware of?
Mm-hmm.
If we assume that this is the ship, is it? What part of it is she should she be aware of?
Oh, right. Wait, that was the thing. Maybe... Because if they send them, like... into battle against Danny, like, maybe this is, like... Maybe they're part of, like... the group of soldiers, I guess, who are gonna bring down Danny. Like, maybe this is, like, the final battle, or maybe there's some sort of trickery, like, they'll send like, they'll send them in. They'll be like, oh, you're trying to make it to Dany? Okay, we'll send you in as spies or something. But then they're gonna turn cloak or something. Like, but I don't even know how that, because even before when we were talking about it, it was like, is it just Jorah being bad news again? Or like, what is it? Like, maybe, oh, I remember what I thought. What I thought was like, Jorah ends up back with Dany, and then because Dany's like so just willing to listen to anyone now, has totally lost her spirit, she's gonna listen to some of Jorah's dumb ideas. And that's gonna be like, beware the perfumed seneschal.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's like a similar thing, like maybe, because like Jorah is like a little bit cunning, so maybe Jorah is able to like trick the people and be like, it'll be like the same thing as before where he was working for like King Robert, but then he was like a mole for King Robert.
Yeah.
So maybe it's like a similar thing that ends up happening. I don't know.
Okay. Cool. Just wanted you to think about it a little.
Mm-hmm.
Next chapters?
Let's do it.
We're reading 2 next time.
Mm-hmm. Let's do Arya Hota and Arya. Nope. Asha.
Okay. Fun. Well, so we're reading chapters 41 and 42 next time.
It's gonna be Dany.
Chapter 41 is the turn cloak.
Who is the turn cloak? Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I feel like this is, I don't know who this is, but also could it not be anybody?
It could be a lot of people. That
Okay.
is true. Like we know Quentin is supposed to be turning his cloaks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's his name? The guy in charge of the Second Sons, Brown Ben Plum, recently turned his cloak.
Yeah.
Theon is accused as a turn cloak. John is a turn cloak against the Watch. Like, who is
Yeah,
a
totally.
turn cloak,
There
you
is a
know?
lot of turn cloaks. I'm thinking this one, though. I'm also just trying to make sure, because you know how characters from book 4 could come back? So I'm just going through my head, I'm like, were any of them turn cloaks? Okay. I feel like, okay, I don't think so. I think this is gonna be... I think this is gonna be Theon.
Okay.
And maybe he
Cool.
finally does some shit.
So is...
Wait, no! Oh my god, could it be like Mance or something?
I don't know. Like, anything is possible.
I don't think it's Mance, though. I think it's Theon.
I guess Mance turned against the Free Folk by pretending to no longer be Mance. That...
Oh, yeah, I guess. I was thinking more
Okay,
like, because he used to be a...
What are you seeing in this chapter?
I think Theon is Theon? I think Theon is standing up. I think Theon's gonna fight his way out of this somehow.
Is he turning
like,
his cloak against the Boltons this time? Or is this
Yeah.
just leftover turning cloak from when he
I think it's
betrayed the
both.
Starks?
I think it's both. It's like, he's like, man, I'm the turn cloak. But that's going to compel him to turn his cloak yet again, because that's all
Okay.
he's done, you know? And then he can, like... Yeah, because you know how, like, Asha's on a mission to rescue Theon, or she was until, you know. But maybe that's part of the plans. Like, maybe that's, like... Maybe he can help out the Rickon stuff or something else. So I feel like Theon, and he's returning his cloak. And also it could be like helping Mance if he finds out about that.
I know you're saying like he's turning his cloak again.
Yeah.
Returning his cloak is just, I see him like goes up to Walmart. Like, I bought this the Harry Potter cloak for Halloween, but I didn't end up actually wearing it. Can I return this cloak? I'm here returning this cloak.
Oh, LOL. Oh my god. That's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Chapter 42 is The King's Prize.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. Asha?
Interesting, yeah. If she's alive, she could be the King's Prize.
I'm just thinking, because Kate and then Tommen, I don't think, we don't have a King's Landing POV. Like, there's just no King's Prize for it to be. Yeah, I think that this is Asha.
It's Sir Pounce.
Sir Pounce?
One of
Who's
Tommen's
that?
cats.
Oh, LOL. Oh, I missed that. Oh, yeah. I think this is Asha, and it's like she's gonna negotiate or something, and then he's gonna be like, "You're an Ironborn. Why should I listen to you?" But also, he's gotten better at letting go of his things. So I think there's gonna be some sort of thing. You know, she's gonna be like, "You need to let me help me. You need to let me go find Theon. If you don't want the Boltons to win, you know, the wedding's happening, whatever." Like, maybe she's with them right now on their way to Winterfell.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's predictions then.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, you know what to do. Enter our review contest, join our Discord, send us emails, follow us on Instagram, and all the info's in the show notes. I'm not going to repeat it today, just cuz. Until next time, farewell, my friends.
Talk to you later.